everybody, thanks for clicking on my video for 5 simple knitting hacks. Let's get right into it. Our first hack has to do with a bobby pin as a cable needle. Now, what you're going to do is just grab your bobby pin, slip the stitches that you want to twist onto the bobby pin so that they slide up sort of in the center so that the ridges kind of grab the yarn. And then you're going to knit the stitches that your pattern indicates. And then once you're done with that, you're just going to slip the stitches that are on the bobby pin back over to your needle to knit. Now with this technique, you can't knit directly off the bobby pin, obviously, but this is a great hack if you're in a pinch and you don't have your cable needle, but you have maybe a bobby pin. Works super well, and it always stays out of the way. Alright, our next hack has to do with the long tail cast on. Let's say I wanted to cast on a scarf that was 5 inches wide. What I would do to ensure I always had enough yarn for my cast on is to measure out 5 inches 3 times, and then measure out the length of the tail I wanted to weave in at the end. So this kind of goes off camera, but I wanted an 8.5, 9-inch tail. And then you're going to put your slip knot right at that point in the tail of the yarn. And then you're just going to cast on like you normally would. So this technique works really well to always ensure you have enough yarn to do your long tail cast on. This is something that beginners struggle with a lot, ensuring that they always have enough yarn. So you can see here I have my 5-inch cast on for my scarf, and then I have my 8, 9-inch tail. Now this only works with long tail cast-ons, and the cast-on can be as long as you want. It can be a sweater or whatever, but that's that one. Works really well. Alright, our next one is to use a little stretchy rubber band, a little hair elastic, as a stitch marker. This is excellent if you have a yarn that snags easily, because I find that the little metal ring markers can catch on very fine yarns, very like silky soft yarns. So if you either have a nice soft yarn, you can use this, or if you just don't have a stitch marker. Alright, our next one is the Woolly app. Now this app is absolutely amazing for Ravelry projects. I'm not a personal fan of getting on the computer and uploading my pictures from my phone onto the computer, and it's just a hassle and it takes too long. But the Woolly app is excellent, I've found, for just quickly creating a project, typing up a few notes, and typing up who it's for, you know, when you started it, when you finished it, all that jazz. And then you can also add pictures right from the app. So you can either choose them from your library or take a picture with your phone camera. So maybe if you uploaded a picture of your project to Instagram, that sort of thing, you can pick that out of the library. If you just want to take a snapshot, you can do that too. So the Woolly app is excellent. It's one of my favorites for just quickly getting a project into Ravelry and documented. Alright, this last hack has to do with if you have maybe a pattern that has one intense pattern row and then a bunch of plain rows in between. You can put knots in the tail end of your yarn for how many plain rows you have to do in between each pattern row, and then put a bobby pin onto the tail end, and you can easily slide the bobby pin from knot to knot to keep track of which plain row you're on. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Have a nice day.